Yeah, we are laying up to stuff. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Backdraft and welcome to another episode on the Symmetria server. This is episode number 28. Thank you so much for joining me today. And in this episode, we of course are starting once again down by the vault because we have more news. Boofty has done it! He has figured out the correct combination to the vault. That is right. I'm going to be changing it again, and the vault is currently open, but the combination was 171461. 17 plus 14 equals 6. If you guys can get that reference, kudos to you. That's what the combination was. But if we make our way down here, there is a gigantic message completely in French, and I have no idea what it says. I have not punched it in to Google Translate. Boofty, please translate this. Or if anybody else is from France or speaks French and wants to translate this, feel free. But anyway, unfortunately for our... And I broke it. Well, you guys can pause the video, I guess. Unfortunately for our good friend Boofty, we have reverse Napoleoned him. And yes, there was absolutely nothing inside of the vaults. Ha ha! Eat your heart out! Did you just Uno reverse Napoleon me? I'm upset, Draft Man. Yes, I did, and that's what you get. I gotta change the combination. I've now reset the combination, and for the record, Boofty said he was able to figure it out using some sort of metric on the F3 screen that helped him determine when there was more redstone components going off. Essentially, when he got the right number on each one of the particular dials, like, I don't really know what else to call them, it would flash a bunch more numbers or something on the F3 screen. I don't know exactly. Something that he did. I don't know. It was borderline cheaty. Whatever. He didn't get anything anyway. Sorry, Boofty. But anyway, the challenge for figuring out the combination to the vault is now officially over. If you guys want to come and try to figure it out, go right ahead, but there isn't really anything else in the vault for you guys to take. If you want to spend time trying to figure out the combination again, go right ahead, but there really isn't much else for you to reap here. Moving on to the next thing. I have expanded out our project list, and let me show you guys what we have. So what I currently have on this list should take us to the end of the season. I wanted to plan everything out and put it into kind of an official schedule. I've shared the schedule on my Discord. If you guys are curious about joining my Discord, go to my channel and click on the link to join the Discord. Put all kinds of updates there when I post new videos, when I go live, everything you guys need to know about the channel and myself. You can find that on my Discord. But either way, this is all of the projects that we have left for the rest of the season. We might end up doing a few more things, I don't know for sure, but we have the north side of the city, the south side of the city, which is essentially the north side of the marketplace versus the south side of the marketplace. I'll show you guys what I mean in a bit. We have the dock area. We got to finish that up. We have to build the boats in the dock area. We got to finish up the gardens around the outside, which is where the pathways currently are. We have to put gardens and stuff and statues and all kinds of fancy stuff. Terraces, which is the top parts of the palace. The top part. I don't know. I'll show you guys later. The marketplace itself. The south side expansion to the city, and then the north side expansion to the city, which is we're going to be expanding the city beyond the walls. That is if we have the time. I think we will, but we'll see what happens there. So in this episode, I know in the last episode I said that we were going to get some city building done, and we unfortunately didn't get much done. So in this episode, I'm going to be doing a ton of city building. I want to get at least the north side of the city done before this episode is up. But before we do that, I have a really awesome expansion to the gold mine, which is the gold smeltery, which we're going to be building on the south side of this city. It's an awesome build. We're probably going to be tackling that in an upcoming live stream, but I'm actually going to roll that now for you guys. I'm going to capture it up in a time lapse, and I'm going to put it in front of you guys right now. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we're going to roll that music for the first time lapse of the episode, the gold smeltery. Enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. The smeltery is now all done, and of course we have chunk loading issues with the palace. Anyway, the smeltery is now all set, and this is what we have in terms of the lore. So we have the gold mine, we got all the workers working down in the gold mine over there, and they are carting all of the gold up to the surface, and we have yet to put the workers in this area just yet, but there will be workers here eventually. They're going to be piling up all of the gold ore onto this conveyor belt, which will carry it up into this giant crucible, and it'll be smelted down into liquid gold. The liquid gold is then put into these casts, these blackstone casts, along this conveyor belt right here, which is going to be manually controlled, of course, because there is no electricity or anything like that in Agrabah. So in the casts goes the liquid gold. It goes through this coolant chamber over here, and out comes the solid gold blocks. Then we have the cranes that take those gold blocks with the casts off of the line and drop them over here. And then there's going to be workers. At one point we're going to do some armor stands who break out the casts and harvest the gold blocks. So of course Agrabah has gold as their #1 export, where they make all of their diamonds, and of course they import wood. They buy all kinds of stuff with the gold and the diamonds that they get through trades to keep their citizens happy, and of course to keep their citizens employed and working. This is the #1 job site in the city, which gets people a good living. So there still is a bit of work to do over here. Like I said, we need workers operating the cranes, moving the casts, controlling whatever that thing is that makes the liquid gold pour out. We need a guy there. We need guys taking all of the gold ore, loading up the conveyor belts. We also need to put the gold ore on the conveyor belts, which I'm probably going to do with some armor stand magic as well. Also the wall. Let me know what you guys think of the wall. I forgot to mention this before. This was a design that we came up with on a live stream with the help from some of my viewers, giving their input on how it should look and what blocks I should use. This is what we came up with. We were going to build a big old building and cover this up entirely, but I couldn't come up with a design that looked like it would fit with the city. It was going to be way too big. It just wouldn't have worked. So this is the wall that I came up with. You can kind of see through it and see what's going on. It does of course intersect with the hill here, but yeah, pretty cool build. I really enjoyed doing this. This was a lot of fun. We might come back to the smeltery before the end of the episode to finish up the fine details of it, but I first want to come over here because I did promise you guys some more city building in the last episode, and we didn't get around to it. So in this episode, we are going to double our efforts. I am going to finish this entire side of the city. This is the north side of the city. We're going to finish this entire side of the city that is exteriors and interiors by the end of this episode. I hope you guys are excited for that, because I am. I have been putting this off, procrastinating on getting the city building going, because we need to get to the city's expansion. There's still so much we have to do. We have to add detail, we have to do the marketplace, we have to do the south side of the city, then the north and the south expansions. There's so much to do and so little time. So I think we're gonna hop right back in, keep the time lapse going, and get this side of the city up. I think we're gonna start with just the buildings. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's keep that music going. that was quite the grind, but we are finally done putting up all the buildings. Whew. So I'm standing up over here on the wall just to give you guys an idea of how this looks. Now, I keep flying over this, and I've been through this a bajillion times over here, so I'm kind of getting used to it, but just taking a step back and looking at what we have done thus far this season, it looks amazing. And once we spruce up the buildings and add some color and some detail in the interiors and everything, it's going to look even cooler. And especially once we finish that side of the city and add in the marketplace, it's going to look super, super cool. So let me show you guys what we're working with down here. So I tried to make the buildings a little different for each. So, you know, each one basically has the floor, and then we have the roof, which is also habitable by the people of the city. And in doing so and building all these buildings, we've created all these little alleyways and walkways and, you know, places that need to be spruced up a bit. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spruce up the alleyways and the walkways between all of the buildings and just make it look a little nicer, a little bit more lived in. So I think we're going to kind of break up the path. We're going to add some sand. We're going to add some like cracked sandstone, which is just like the top of the sandstone stair. We're going to add some dead bushes and maybe a few other things, whatever I can find that would look good in this space. Maybe some cactuses here and there, just to kind of spruce things up and make it look a little bit more lived in and natural. Now, to do this, we're going to need to farm something that you can't really build an actual proper farm for, and that is dead bushes, because what desert city isn't complete without a bunch of dead bushes and vegetation around? A little bit of green here and there, but mostly things that are dead through lack of water. So we're gonna have to go farm up a bunch of dead bushes. So that means we're gonna need some shears. And what better place to get shears than my wool farm? So I'm gonna pop up there real quick, grab some shears, and we're going to farm up as many dead bushes as we can. Now, because we're completely OP at this point in the season, and just because I can, we're going to put Unbreaking 3 and Mending on a pair of shears. And you know what? Efficiency 4 too. And we'll call this completely uncalled for. The ultimate shear. So it's only been about 15 minutes and we already got almost 2 stacks of dead bushes. This isn't really that bad. There's something satisfying and relaxing about running around and just whacking all of these dead bushes. And there you go, we got 2 stacks of the stuff. I think that should be plenty for now, so it's time to head back. You know, I really should have just looked in my farming shulker because we have a whole stack of dead bushes. A whole stack. Well, we'll probably get those to good use as well. So I just spent a lot of time running around trying to make the walkways or pathways between the buildings, whatever you guys want to call them, look really nice. I've been placing in some flower plots here, flower pots, blah, 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 here and there with some cactuses and some bamboo, a few other things, and we've been using up the dead bushes, and I think we got it to a point where it's looking pretty good. So the next step is the interiors of the buildings. And that's going to take quite a while. I think I'll just give you guys a couple updates here and there to show you how things are going with that. But yeah, so as the pathway goes, we've used the upside down stairs to kind of get this cracked cobblestone texture on the, on the floor, because you kind of can't get that as the side of the, I said cobblestone, sandstone, the side of the sandstone block. This is the stairs, so I can show you guys real quick. I'll just break it. Pick it up. You can see this is actually a stair block. You just place it upside down, and that's how you get the cracked sandstone texture on the floor like that. I don't think, actually, yeah, if you want it on a roof, you can actually just place the stair then upright, and when you're looking up at it, you'll see the bottom part, and you'll see this texture as well. So we've got a few holes here and there just to kind of break things up, but this is mainly sand, sandstone, and then these sandstone stairs just to kind of break up the texture and make it look a little bit more natural. And we kind of decorated it up a little bit, like I said, with the dead bushes, make some plants, get a little bit of green, because obviously this is the desert, there isn't going to be too much green other than cactus. So we got some pots here and there just to kind of give it a little bit of color. Now, of course, like I said, the last thing we got to do for this side of the city is the interiors of all of these buildings. Like I said, it's going to take forever. I don't want to do another time lapse for this episode, but I think I'll just give you guys progress updates as we go. And then one final little thing that I want to add to is we wanted to add like a little communal area here, which is going to have a bit of a fountain where people can come and get water. Because like I said, it's the middle of the desert. Water is kind of scarce. Just pay no attention to the ocean that we're right next to. You know, this is where we're playing pretend. Just pretend like it's not there. Okay, great. Anyway, I'll give you guys progress updates as we get them. Well, it looks like Agrabah now has enough wealth that we're being raided. This has yet to happen this season. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of gold. What do you want from me? Hooah! Hui! Hui! Hooah! Hui! Wow! Hui! Hoo! Sheriff Backdraft, protecting the homeland. You know, I haven't appreciated in a very long time how super awesome this golden elephant is, and the little crown doohickey thingy that he has on his head, and the ceiling. Oh my god. Like, it's such... What? What are you talking about? I'm not procrastinating from building the city like I have been for the last 2 months. I'm just admiring my base and taking care of pillagers and... What do you want from me? Welp, Boofty was definitely here. Those are actually really cool. I wonder if I could use that design. Anyway, progress update. We have about a third or a little bit more than a third of this side of the city finally done. You can see that all of these houses are now bustling with color and all kinds of fun and exciting things inside of them. So just a few notes. These two right here, I kind of made them into like the barracks for the city guards, I guess. There's like houses. There's like beds and stuff down there. For them to sleep in, little common area, that kind of thing. And yeah, the other ones we've just added, you know, just some living space for the everyday people of Agrabah. And then there's one bougie house for some people who are a little bit more wealthy. So let me just show you guys a couple of the interiors here. So this one, for example, you can just see we've got like a little kitchen area. We've got a little bedroom back here with a couple sleeping bags. Of course, not everybody in the city has a lot of money. A lot of people don't. They live I don't want to say impoverished, but you know, just regular old lives. A lot of people don't really have much money. The Sultan kind of hoards all of the gold and the diamonds. What a bad guy. You know, he really should spread the wealth a little bit more. But anyway, here's another one. They got a little cooker. They got some beds to sleep in. And a lot of buildings here, because it doesn't rain a lot in the desert, have roofs with functional thingies on them. Like this one has a little table with some chairs and a little cauldron to catch some rainwater. This one's got a little... there's a lot of these little like canvas canopy things all over the place, you know, just in case it does rain, keep the sun out of their eyes as well. This house is a little bit has a little bit more to it. They have a table, of course. They've got a little cooker. They've got their bedroom over here, and of course, like I said, they got the little area to chill with a little plant out here underneath the canopy to keep the sun out of their eyes. One more, let me show you guys over here. We have the more bougie, as I call it, the more bougie house where people with a little bit more money would live. So they've got like a really cool downstairs with like a kitchen table, some shelves, a little kitchenette over there where they cook things, a little like half couch thing, I don't really know what you would call this, and a stone chair. So stone is actually quite rare in the city, since we're out in the middle of nowhere. All we have is sand and sandstone. We've got some beds in here, little sitting area out here, and then of course on top we have like a banquet table where they can chill on the patio up here with their friends and whoever else they want to invite over. Maybe they invite the Sultan over for a nice dinner. Pretty cool stuff. Over here we have the barracks. So this is where the guards would sleep. There's like 6 beds in here, you know, just a regular old barracks. Up top they've got a little training ground. Now these are really cool. I actually came up with this on my own. So they're armor stands made to look like little test dummies. We've got spruce fences underneath them, you know, to kind of give it that little bit of a, you know, like stationary feel to it. These turned out really cool. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments. And of course we have a target for them to practice their arrow shooting. And of course over here we have their little like banquet center where they can cook food and eat and take a break. And then in the back we have a fire where they can relax and chill whenever they have a break from protecting the city. So there is still a lot more to do. This was about 3 hours of work, and there's about 20 more buildings that still need to be done. So I'm estimating probably another 3 or 4 hours just to get the interiors done for this side of the city. I kind of underestimated how long it was going to take to do this. Yep. Well, at least we know for the south side, next time it's going to take quite a while to get all that done. So yeah, I'm going to work until the end of just this evening. We just finished up a stream, and we'll see how much we can get done. And then I think we're going to wrap up the episode because I want to get this one out. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. And yep, this definitely is going to take way longer than I anticipated. So we just worked at it for a little bit longer and we got about halfway done. So you can see that building right there and these two over here are about as far as we got, which is about half of this side of the city. It's not too bad. There's mobs everywhere. Hopefully we don't die when we go down there. But yeah, you know, it's not too bad. Still got a couple more hours to go to finish it up, but I really want to wrap this episode up. So just to show you guys a couple other buildings that we got done, we got these two done over here. You can kind of see these guys have got their little cooking area here. They've got their bedroom up here with their little drawers and a little chair. And then this is also connected over here. We've got like a little storage building on this side, you know, and pretty much all of the other ones have kind of the same sort of layout. You know, they've got some sort of like bedroom area, some sort of like kitchen area, and then like a lounge area. These two tiny little places over here, these are just kind of like singular homes where you just have maybe like one person sleeping and then they just have a place to eat. You know, a couple of them are pretty modest. There's a few buildings in the entire city that are pretty modest because like I said, you know, this you know, you got the people with all the money and then the people with just a little bit of money. This is the way that the city goes. And creeper, we're gonna have to kill this guy. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, that's all the time I had. Oh, that's all the time I have for this episode, ladies and gents. If you liked it, please not hesitate to hit that thumbs up. I'm just losing my mind over here. Please don't hesitate to hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and the bell for notifications so you guys don't miss another episode on the server. And stay tuned for future episodes on my channel and tutorial videos of redstone showcases. We got a lot coming up. And I'd just like to give a big thank you to everybody for helping me hit 750 subscribers. We're probably going to be doing another subscriber special, maybe another giveaway, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we are in the place to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.